I'm Amy Herzog, and I'm here today with some tips on how to make sure that your hand-knitted fabric is ready for a sweater. Sweaters are pretty intense applications of hand-knitted fabric. Okay? They're heavy because they have a lot of yarn, and they have to stand up to a lot of gravity and wear and tear as you move around. So your hand-knitted fabric really needs to be structural enough to hold up to those challenges in order to make a successful sweater. I have a test for you today with 3 parts that will help you determine whether your fabric is ready. The first part of this test is what I'll call the poke test. You shouldn't be able to stick your whole finger through any space in between your knit stitches, okay? The web that they form should be nice and tight. To perform this test, take your swatch and try to literally stick your finger through part of it. You shouldn't be able to. You shouldn't be able to worm any part of your finger through the spaces in those stitches. They should hold together nice and strong like this. That should be true even if you're working with a bulky fabric. I have another swatch here that doesn't pass this test. It's a perfectly nice swatch, but if I try to put my finger through it, you'll see that it's very easy. I can get my whole nail through. That's not okay. This fabric is too loose and unstructured to make a good sweater. The second part of this test is to see how well your stitches spring back after they've been stretched. To do it, put your swatch on a nice slippery surface like this and make it so that the wrong side is up. You'll see lots more inconsistencies and problems on the wrong side than you will on the right side. To do this test, take your fingers and make a triangle with them. Push down hard and stretch out. You shouldn't feel much resistance to stretching out. If you do, your fabric's too tight. Go up a needle size and try again. Then let go. Your fabric should actually spring back together so much that it moves a little bit. If it doesn't, your fabric's too loose. Go down a needle size and try again. The third part of the test is to determine what kind of structure you have in your hand knit fabric. To do it, take 2 fingers, put them toward the end of the swatch, one corner of it, and then move them around. You should be able to move all of a 100% wool swatch just by wiggling your fingers a little bit. Each stitch should be so tightly connected to the stitches around it that you can move the whole thing easily. Now that won't always be true even with a good fabric if your fiber is a non-wool that doesn't have a lot of elasticity and memory. Here's a linen visco swatch that makes good fabric. It passes the other 2 tests, but you can see that it's so drapey that I get a little arc of movement that doesn't extend all the way over here. Both of these fabrics are okay. They pass the other tests. This one will be more successful in a sweater that requires that strength, cables for example. This fabric will be more successful in a sweater that really wants a lot of fluidity and drape. If you feel good about the first 2 tests and you understand what the third one is telling you, then you're ready to make a sweater. Thanks a lot.